Okay, let's get started here. You are entering the House of Pain. Rumors abound of evil doings in the secret catacombs below this very hall. Hint, hint. Okay, so let's now these things suck a lot. There's a reason why I'm like fighting this way, and it's not because I'm on skill per se. Oh wait, is it these guys or is the other ones? It might be the other ones, but the point still remains. Okay, come on. Long story short, like, I'm trying to avoid it as much as I can, so like, a thing that these guys do, or at least a version of these guys do. Is it completely different? I don't know. I'll find out soon enough. Yeah. Well, shoot. Whatever, I don't need that much. Okay, so, all these little holes, what's all the things they're talking about and that little message they were talking about? Well, let's see. There's nothing in this one. I thought one of these that they come out of did have something. Or is it just the ones that, yeah, well, money, but it's not what I was talking about, but I'll take it. But yeah, yeah, I think one of these have something other than the obvious one. I could have sworn one of these like has something else in it, like or led to a different room or something, aside from the right one. Yeah, energy vial. But not that I needed it, but yeah, the little light coming out is obviously the right one. Okay, back to the sword. All right. All right. Let's do this. Watch out for sticky-fingered imps. These thieves will strip you down to your armored undies. Yeah, yep, this is what I thought they were. Okay, I hate these guys a lot. Alright, let's do this thing. Okay. This camera. Love the game, but the camera does leave a lot to be desired. I would just... You know what? I'm doing it. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, I remembered that. That's why I wasn't... That's why I was like... I was gonna... Just wanted to be sure about something, and that's why I didn't want to just do that. Okay, door number 2. Let's do it. I think this is the only one that I have to... Alright, okay. I love how this thing ricochets somehow. Yeah, the throwing daggers don't do that. Yep, these are the ones I hate. Because these guys... These are the things you gotta... This is when it's great having melee weapons. The ones without the torches are the one you have to worry about, if I recall correctly. And this... Camera! Darn it! Like, yeah, I can't do anything about it. I reiterate what I said numerous times already. Love the game, but this camera really does suck. Oh, no. Yes. Okay. I'm actually doing okay. Usually I get... Okay, I'm just going to tell you, if you haven't played the game, he steals your weapons. As the little thing describes, it keeps taking stuff. He takes your weapons, and then in order to get the weapons back, you have to buy them. You got to buy them back, and they're not cheap. Yeah. The would-be Phantom of the Opera launch. I shouldn't have done that. Whatever. Yeah, basically, if they succeeded in stealing my weapons, I would have to. I never really used these, but whatever. I would actually have to. Trying to remember how I get the music sheet. There is a music sheet, and obviously it has to do with this door, but I don't recall exactly how I'm supposed to get it. Oh, no, that's not how it works. You find the music sheet first, and then you give it to him, and then that opens the door, and you get what, then I think that's where the chalice is, or something like that. Where do I get there? Through another way? I don't think I can get through there, though. Oh, I can't... Am I thinking of a different part of the game? I think I'm thinking of a different... Oh, it's this part. Yeah, I remember there was like a part you couldn't jump. That's why I was like... And obviously that doesn't help me too much. Ah, oh, for Primus' sake. Jump over that. Oh well, screw it. Okay, let's do this. Goodbye, guys. Y'all are gonna die. And I'm not. I'm already dead anyway. Come on! Whew. And I give you the music sheet. What the? Take the... Thank you. Okay. Let's do this thing. Oh wait, I'm not done yet. Shoot! Wait, how do I get to that part? I'm actually genuinely confused. Now I'm actually genuinely... I've actually remembered that part, but I don't actually remember the... No, I think I do now. Oh, I remember now. I remember now. Okay. Throwing daggers, you know, in case you suck and... Oh. Oh, come on, Dan! Help me out here. Please. Didn't need that, but could really use a torch here. Now let's go back upstairs, refill my health, and let's fight this thing. Fight one of the surprisingly more memorable bosses of the series, or of this particular game. The demon's heart is its only vulnerable point. Alright, let's do this. So that was stupid of me. I actually don't remember that attack. I'm actually genuinely surprised. I didn't actually remember that he did that. I just remembered the shooting the little rain fire thing. Yeah, he's not a very hard boss, especially if you have the crossbow. If you use the, yeah, if you actually do it with the throwing daggers, I think I did that once just to see what would happen. Surprisingly, it was a little, tricky. Because it doesn't do nearly... The throwing knives, it doesn't throw them as fast, for one, and B, they don't do as much damage as the crossbows bolts, so... Yeah. Back to the Hall of Heroes.
It's the Hall of Heroes shopping mall. Bargain hunters should check out the ground floor. Well-to-do shoppers should check out the upper floor. That's where it's at.
Yeah, it's not entirely accurate. As we go on, you'll see why. Oh, yeah. I think this is where I finally get my hammer.
Ah, Fortescue! What's this I hear about that arch-cad Zarok still being alive? Thought you killed the fella.
No.
Never mind, you old warhorse. Better show him what's what, eh? I expect Johnny's zombies a bit more of a handful than you remember. How are you doing for weapons?
Not too good.
Here, take my war hammer. It'll smash anything and it won't fall apart like a club. I only ever get to use it cracking walnuts around this place.
Alright.
Nonsense, Fortescue. I won't take no for an answer. Knock a few heads for old Stan your iron cure, eh?
Yes. This is like one of the coolest weapons, I think. Yeah. In a later mission, this is like invaluable. Like, it's, I almost want to say you have to get it. Like, because it's just, you have to get it. Seriously. It's like one of the best, it's one of the best things you can get, and it's ultimately the, it's a saving grace in one of the later missions we'll get to. Alright. Okay, now this, I guess it's kind of worth it, but at the same time, I really don't like doing it. To me, it's like, it's worth it, but it's not at the same time. Yeah, small, like, you'll die. Yes, you will die if you go into the water here, so you kind of have to play it around this way. At least they were smart enough to change the camera angle from here. A bunch of used vials and... Well, might as well use the Warhammer. Why not? Okay. How do you like my blunt-end weapon? Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's not, as you can clearly see, it's a much slower weapon. In MediEvil 2, these hands play out. Actually, let's do that now. I'll show you. You can't kill these hands. You can kill these hands, and you'll get like a coin. Just one coin. Sometimes two if you're lucky. A lot of times you won't get anything at all, though. So it's not really worth it. Unless you just have an anchoring to kill something. Might as well exploit the game. Color's still up here. Alright, I got the silver shield. About time. Hey, take it easy. Use the D-pad. I don't know why I'm so anti-D-pad now, because I used to, I remember when I replayed this a few years back, like I still used the D-pad. Probably should consider doing that anyway. Just forget the analog right now. In fact, that's exactly what I'm doing. Going completely D-pad from now on. Alright. Okay. Huh? I actually don't remember this. Like, I'm genuinely like, huh? Alright. Sorry, dogs. It's nothing personal. Never has been. You know, I don't enjoy killing wolves for no reason. Well, they're attacking me. Self-defense. Though there is a reason. Never mind. Not to mention I'm dead anyway, so it's not like it matters. Probably want to munch on me. I'm a freaking skeleton. Okay. And I believe I gotta beat this part first. Yeah, it seems to be a better thing to use, that attack. Yes, finally. Let's do this. Alright, all of hero awaits. Alright. I actually didn't remember this part either. I don't remember how I'd actually crossed the bridge, to be honest with you. I just thought about it. I just had to use old school game logic, which I love doing. Basically, I was like, wait, I mean, if I have to cross the bridge, I gotta do the, yeah, whatever, you're going on the river with it. Have a nice fall, buddy. What? What the? Well. Whatever. Yeah, that's your extra lives. I don't even know what to say to that. I'm genuinely like baffled. It's like I have to like die at least once within the early episode, in the early stages. Whatever. I actually don't remember how many life vials you get in this, or how many you can get, I should say. I don't know if I ever got all of them. I know I got a lot of them, or most of them at least, but I don't know if I actually got all of them. Oh, come on! Yep, got cocky. Whatever. Let's fill this thing up. Okay, let's see if I can exhaust this energon bath. Alright, exactly what I did. Okay. Prepare to battle the guardians of the graveyard. Come on, Matthew, come on, do this. This is not a problem, Matthew. Come on. I didn't have a game, but myself. You don't do anything wrong. Jesus. I'm not game now. That's off. The evil guardians of the graveyard have been vanquished. You have claimed the daring dash ability. Use it well, Sir Dan. Yeah. I was trying to do this earlier, because I was about to say, I know you can do this, I just don't remember how you do it. I figured I remembered how to do it, I just couldn't remember exactly what did it to make it happen.
All has changed outside the necropolis. Paths go this way, paths go that way. Nasty, painful death waits round every turn and over every hill. Bon voyage.
Thanks. Yeah. I'm kind of disappointed in myself in that fight. Because I know I'm a lot better than that. But apparently, I thought wrong. Okay, back in the Hall of Heroes. Let's do this. Do we go to him again? Yes, I do.
Bravo, Fortescue! Some of the other chaps waited Zarok would be using your ribcage as a toast rack for now. But I knew you'd pull through. Here, I have a little extra something here I can give you. Could help the old quest. You want it?
Yes, please. In case you're wondering, I actually have never declined in this game. I actually don't know what happens if you say no. I actually have no honest clue. I've never read anywhere saying what happens if you say you don't want it, or I don't know. I actually have no clue. The Enchanted Earth. Split paths. I actually don't remember having this option. I genuinely don't remember having this option. I actually could have sworn it was pretty linear. Not that it really matters. It's just, I remember both stages, and I don't like either one of them. Either way, I'm ticked off, so. The Enchanted Forest. Or Earth. Whatever. Okay. Actually, I don't think I can do this one yet. Okay, I already know what to do here. I actually do remember this. That was actually one of the few things I was actually able to figure this part on my own without actually even thinking about it. Because, here's a hint. They tell you that little hint earlier. Oh god, has video games changed.
Who has summoned the Witch of the Forest? Oh, it is you, Sir Fortescue. Forgive me, my lord. I have never met a real hero.
Cackle, cackle, cackle. No.
Forgive me, just an old lady's little joke. In truth, I am glad to see you, Sir Fortescue. I need 7 pieces of amber that are hidden in the ant's nest. Bring them to me, and I can grant you a special reward. I will only offer you this quest this once. Are you willing to give it a try?
Yes, this is actually, believe it or not, this is actually the reason why I chose to do this level. Because I remember this.
Sorry, didn't I mention I'd have to shrink you to the size of an insect? Now hurry back.
Yeah, I actually did remember this. And this is what I was talking about when I said you, like, the Warhammer is essentially required. This is it. Sword is not a good weapon here. This is where you have to use, have to have the hammer.
Run, little man. If the master found it now, he would crush it like a bag. Hark! We can hear the soldier ants approaching. Onward and meet your tiny nemesis.
Yeah, hint, hint again. But anyway, yeah, using the sword is not an option here. This is like having the Warhammer, or just collecting a bunch of
Thank you for releasing me, sir. My people wish only to live our lives in blissful harmony with nature. But alas, the wicked Egg Queen has many of us in prison. Rescue my people, Mr. Fortescue, and you will be richly rewarded.
Okay. Yeah, but no, you have to use this thing. This is not even up for debate. The sword is not strong, is a very weak weapon against these things. Yeah, they give you clubs, but just in case you weren't smart enough, or you couldn't get it.
Here we are. I shall open the entrance for you. These fireflies are my friends. They will light your way through the darkness below.
Great. Okay. Alright. I don't really like ants too much, so I'm not gonna feel bad doing what I'm gonna do. Yeah, come on. Okay. I heard another one of you guys. Yeah, you got the amber. If I recall correctly, the fairies, or whatever they are actually, you can actually, that's actually optional. You don't actually have to do it, if I recall correctly. I don't remember what they give you, though. Kill all the babies. This is proper. This is how you get rid of an anthill. Go down yourself and you just kill them, and you kill them all yourself. Okay. God, this is not a fun level. Okay. Oh, this is the other side of the thing they got trapped in. Whatever. Look, I don't want any of you guys alive. This anthill will cease to be. I have nothing against ants, really, but, you know, because they're just creatures and they have their own, and like everything, they have their own little place in the circle of life, but I don't like them. Not in this game. This anthill has no reason to be here. Okay. Alright, so Dan, let's continue onward. And that's what sucks about this stage, because you can't really use the enemies as, you know, as any kind of, like, sense of progress, because you don't know if you, because you don't really know, like, because they respawn everywhere. They come out of all the holes whenever they do. So you can't really take that as any kind of indication that you made progress or lack of. So you have to kind of just... I think the only thing you can use as like a way of progress is if there's babies in there or not. Like if there's no larva, then you know... If there's larva in there, then you know you haven't been there. I already collected 5? How many fairies do I got left? think this is where the queen is. I can't be there yet. Fireflies are useless! Then again, I imagine going inside a anthill would be very dark. So if you ever did so this actually did become an occupation where you shrunk down and you went down and you just kind of go around killing ants to get rid of the nest for sure. You probably would need some serious training. Serious weapons too. Oh yeah, I remember what these guys give you now. That means I have to find them. Shoot! My head, it just kind of reeked in my, it just kind of like, I started replaying an old memory of like trying to figure out what these guys do. They're the ones that give you, they're the replacement for the chalice. Instead of, you notice how every time I kill these things, I don't have the little chalice. I don't have the chalice thing saying, hey, we get the chalice and yada yada yada. Yeah, I'm not getting the chalice. The chalice, the little percentage thing, yeah, basically you got to get all of these guys, and then they give you the chalice. Fortunately, I do not know where to go. I'm actually genuinely confused now. I'm on. This is like the level I hate the most, and yet for some reason I actually never. I think part of the reason why is because I never remember how to beat it. I always have. I always figure it out, but I just every time I replay, I can just never exactly recall what I did. Alright, finally. Okay. If you're brave enough to go beyond this point, you will enter the chamber of the dreaded Queen Ant. Ant Queen, jeez. Be aware, once you have encountered her six-legged regalness, there will be no going back. Whatever. Okay. I don't remember how to fight her. Come on, let's finish this off once and for all. Oh, so close. I'm really surprised I actually still have crossbow bolts. Finally. Hate this stage. Get on with it.
Bless me, if it isn't Daniel, Lord of the Ants. Hold still, and I'll remove the shrink spell. Oh, lovely, lovely Amber. Here you are tonight. A wart-covered and cabbage-smelling old crone I may be, but I always keep my promises. I grant you my reward.
You have helped to free all the fairy people from the clutches of the filthy and scum. As a reward, I can grant you passage to the Hall of Heroes. I've never been there myself, but I've heard they got a free bar.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I wanted to do this one first, because I remembered that whole bit, and I hated it, and I just wanted to get it out of the way. Didn't like when I first played it, and the times I replayed it, I don't like it then either. Yeah, he doesn't talk to you all the time. If I talk to him, he'll just replay the same thing as before, so. Okay, who do I got now? There's my statue. There's that. Oh, it's him again. Oh, this is no, now it's not him again. It's now.
Fortescue, you jawless arrow magnet, what are you doing back here?
What, me?
What? Call me Mr. Woden the Mighty. How I pity the people of Gallowmere, that their fate should once again be in the hands of a chump like you. Still, I suppose it's not fair to take it out on them. Take my sword, and do try not to stab yourself in the foot. You know, I've always had my doubts about you, Fortescue. You're just not carved from hero material.
I'll show you. Alright, the broadsword. Okay, before I get that, see how big my short sword is? Let's take a look at this thing. Yeah. Yeah, the thing is definitely a lot better. You can enchant it later, I'll get to that later, but yeah. Yeah, the broadsword. So, okay, it's not that much bigger. I could have sworn it was a little bigger than that, but point still remains. Yeah, but it really is a much better weapon than the small sword. Whatever.